Welcome back. In this video, we are going to understand about most important concepts in data analysis, visualizing the distributions. If you don't understand how your data is distributed, you are basically guessing your insights. In this video, we'll see how to visualize distributions and Power BI in a simple and practical way. So, why do distributions matter? Because they help you understand patterns in your data, spot the trends and outliers, and make better decisions. For example, instead of just looking at totals, you can see where most values are concentrated, where unusual values exist. This is critical for analytics and even AI models. Now let's look at the most common visuals used for distribution. First is like histograms, shows frequency of values. Box plots shows spread and outliers, and violin plots show density and shape. Each of these help you understand your data from a different perspective. The good news is that Power BI supports distribution analysis. It has built-in visuals, interactive filtering, and easy exploration. So you don't need complex tools. You can directly do this inside a Power BI. So let's talk about binning process. Binning means grouping numeric values into ranges. For example, instead of showing every value, you group them into ranges like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. This makes your data easier to understand, less cluttered, more meaningful. Another powerful feature is small multiplies. This allows you to split your data by category and create multiple mini charts. For example, instead of one cluttered chart, you get separate charts for each category. This makes comparison much easier. But now here's the problem. When you use line charts with too many categories, lines overlap and it becomes messy and hard to read. This is often called as a spaghetti chart and it's not useful. But the solution for this is we can use small multiples, use color wisely, and reduce the clutter. The goal is simple, make your data easy to understand at a glance. To understand this, let's take a real example. Suppose if you have an electricity data, instead of showing everything in one chart, split it by energy source and analyze each separately. Now you can see, like we'll be able to see patterns and the differences that is there. So here's the key takeaways. Always choose the right visuals and avoid cluttered charts. Focus on clarity and insights. Because good visualization is not about showing more data, it's about showing data in a better way. Now let's analyze the electricity generation numbers. Okay. So in the line chart, we see a lot of overlapping lines. Even if we add the zoom slider to the x-axis, one second, okay, to the x-axis through the formatting options, just add and we'll see what happens. Okay, to the formatting options, just first click on this. Okay, zoom slider onto the x-axis. Okay, on. Okay, and we'll close it for y-axis. Okay. And here you can see even if we zoom it out, okay, overlap each other even over a narrow date range. Okay, if like we can add the fill to the small multiples and then we can see if we add like this type name. Okay, you can see here what it happens is that, but if we add the type name, so here let's see what we can do with the type name. Okay, so we'll just add like type name into are small multiples. Small multiples like type me will take this and it is small multiples. Okay, representing the energy sources. But to the line chart, however, see there's an error message that comes. Okay, so so now in the small multiples, so I want to use color as another way to tell categories apart besides the small multiples. So let's create a categorical bean as a group that we'll call energy source. Okay, let's create like a group here and we'll name it. Okay, here we'll just create a group, add group option. Okay, new group, and within this, the name field already in the chart ledger, and we'll name it as energy sources. Energy sources. Okay, and within the type name already in the chart legend, we'll say group. Okay, and can go into battery. We'll say group, and 1 second. Let's see what we can do here. We have to kind of group everything. Okay, so group and okay, let's just group everything. And we'll just say okay, and we'll add it into like small multiples. So this one, just name this energy sources. Small multiples and we remove this. Now see, we can use them like formatting options and to adjust the numbers of the rows and columns for the visual grid so that we can see all of the energy sources here. And so basically the earlier the line like the diagram that we had, right, it was we were like not able to identify as such, but this is how we will be able to look and to bifurcate and understand. Okay, so if I'm just clicking on demand, I can see what exactly for the demand. How much is it like? What is the demand on 3rd of January? So in that way, even for nuclear years. So this is kind of more readable and the users can understand it. Now let's just try to create the pins and understand because here we have a data. Okay, so wherein this is like for the solar power. Okay, then this is for wind, and here you can see like whatever the megawatt hours it is showing, and this is for demand and natural gas. Okay, so here we'll just create a beans and understand how that can be done. So I'm just creating a beans. Uh, with the megawatt hours, create a new group here, and in generation, we'll name it like generation and like thousand as, and we'll say the thousand is a second, and we'll then confirm it. Okay, so now we can move this generation into seconds into a megawatt hours, so it's kind of much easier for us to read. And we can also display this visual into like a stack column chart. Okay. So now you can understand how much is like the solar power generation is there. Okay. It's a stack column chart. Now we get a better idea of the overall smooth distribution of electricity generation numbers. We can then split them into small multiples by adding the energy source group that we have created. And in the same way, we can have small multiples into energy sources group here, and in the same way that we did into a line chart. Okay. Okay. Now